today, we aren't just talking about a story. We are talking about a nightmare. Imagine working 7 days a week from 1996 all the way to 2019. You finally paid off your mortgage. You have the satisfaction of mortgage paper in your hand. You think you're free. You think your children's inheritance is secure because you don't owe any bank no money, anywhere else. Then, in the middle of the night, you hear you heard power tools at your front door. They were opening, grrr, grrr. They were drilling. Not thieves, but the new legal owner of your house. How does a 5,000 water bill swallow a nearly 1 million home? This is the story of Mr. Brown in Brooklyn. And if you live in the diaspora, UK, USA, Canada, Europe, please, you need to watch this video to the very end. This could be your story tomorrow.
In the middle of the night, this is what the Brown family in Brooklyn woke up to. Strangers using power tools to try to get into their home, only to find later those strangers had a legal right to be there.
I don't want anybody to go through what I'm going through. It's more than I can bear.
Fillmore Brown bought his home back in 1996, worked 7 days a week for more than 2 decades to pay it off, only to learn it was sold out from under him.
It's rough, it's tough. I cannot eat, I cannot drink, I cannot sleep. I cannot stay at the house.
That was your American dream.
That was my dream, only dream.
Back in 2019, Brown had just finished paying off the mortgage, but says he didn't know he had an unpaid water bill for $5,000. Did you know that you had an outstanding water bill?
No. If I did know, I would pay just as I paid the balance.
Here's what happens in New York City with larger unpaid water and tax bills. The city sells the unpaid bills to what's called a trust, which is a group of investors. It's then up to those investors to collect the money with interest. If the balance isn't paid, the home can go into foreclosure and be bought at auction. That's what happened to Mr. Brown.
It's stolen from me, and I need it back.
The city says they sent numerous notices warning him of a pending lien, notices Mr. Brown says he did not receive. Court documents then show the investors served someone at his home with papers in November of 2020 during the height of the pandemic that they were foreclosing. Mr. Brown claims he didn't get it.
I would pay it with no problem.
He lives on the top floor of his home and rents out the lower 2 units to other families.
He said he didn't know anything about this, and I believe him.
The attorneys working on his case say he has paid thousands of dollars in taxes and water bills since then.
He just paid a water bill this year, in the thousands of dollars. So it's just heart-wrenching.
She says once his old bill was put into trust, it did not show up on his current bills. The 2 payment systems aren't connected.
There needs to be some notification that there's another bill out there to be paid.
The city's Department of Finance responded with a statement that reads in part, "Our goal is never to see a homeowner lose their property. Last year, we implemented reforms to specifically prevent unfortunate situations like this from happening by giving property owners more time, information, and resources to resolve their debts." As for Mr. Brown, his attorney's now trying to get a judge to pause the case so she can explain to the court what happened. Do you have hope?
Yeah, I have hopes. If I didn't have hopes, I wouldn't be here today.
Did you hear that? 7 days a week. That is the immigrant spirit. That is the African black gold hustle. He did everything right according to the law. He wasn't a gambler. He wasn't a spendthrift. He was a landlord. He had tenant in his house. He had equity. But here's village square truth. In the West, you never truly own anything. You just rent it from the government. Even when the bank is gone, the city is still there. And the city is a colder master than any bank. Let's see how they set the trap for this, our brother. If you find any value in this, please hit the likes button so that YouTube algorithm shows this to more homeowners in the diaspora. Family, Look at the math. $5,000 debt on an 800,000 property. That is less than 1% of the value. If someone asked Mr. Brown for 5,000 to save his life work, he would definitely pay it in an hour. But just notice what happened here. The city of New York didn't just come for the money. They sold the debt to a private trust. This is what are called vulture system. Once a private investor buys your debt, they don't want your 5,000 anymore. They want your house. They want the interest. They want the fees. They are waiting for you to fail so they can feast on your 30 years of hard work. Please, give me this answer in the comment box. Do you think it should be legal for a city to sell a citizen's debt to a private company without a phone call? Let me know below in the comment box, please. Can you imagine the trauma? This is a grandfather. He thinks he's being robbed. In his mind, he is the king of that castle. But on a piece of paper in a lawyer's office, he was already a trespasser. This is the part that kills me. My people, this man said he couldn't even eat or even sleep. Of course. No. Your American dream just turned into a ghost story. And why? Because of a notice standard. The city says we mailed it. But the man said, I didn't get it. In the eye of the law, mailing is enough. They don't care if the mailman put it in the wrong box or throw it away. They don't care if your tenant threw it also away. They sent it. And, that's the death warrant. This is why we must be vigilant. So, what do we take away from this story? Number one, paid off is not protected. If you have a mortgage, your bank usually pays the taxes, water bills, or, from your escrow. Once the mortgage is gone, once you've paid all the mortgage finish, you are the bank yourself. Okay? You are responsible for every single penny that need to be paid on that property. Number two, the 55 plus danger zone. If you have parents or uncle in Brooklyn, London, or Amsterdam who are old school and they don't even check their mail or even, they don't even go to any online portal, please check for them. The system targets the elderly because they are the one with the most equity and the least tech savviness. Number three, the lion is a lion. A water bill is a lion at your door. Don't wait for it to grow. $50 will now become $500, and $500 will now become $5,000, and then the $500, the $5,000 will now become that you're going to lose your home. Please don't wait for that. Mr. Brown is still fighting in the court as we speak. We are praying for him. We are praying for justice, but let his pain be our lesson. Don't let 30 years of sweat be wiped out by 5,000 overnight. Go to your city website tonight, please. Just go there. Go there. Tap in your address. Check for special assessment. Don't trust the mailbox. So don't trust that they will bring it to your mailbox. Don't trust it. Please trust the porter. But go to the official portal. Okay? Thank you for being part of the Village Square today. If this video opens your eye, Kongba, please share it with one homeowner you love. Let's protect our gold. And I'm going to see you guys in the next analysis. This is African Black Holes TV. Please stay grounded and let us stay wise.